He's some issue that some people have with a boy or girlfriend. Sometimes not so easy. I mean, here are some ideas how you maybe can convince them or find a deal. So, I mean, I had a relationship and he was super happy that I was doing it because I always told him, oh, leave everything, I will clean it later to stay awake. So he was very happy. And he knew that to be active helps me to stay awake. So he said, hey, if you want to be sexually active at night, just wake me up, no problem. But there I also had then another boyfriend, and he said that we broke up because of that. But I think there are ways that you maybe can convince them that's a good idea, like to do something nice for them while they are asleep, so they are happy when they wake up. And maybe to explain that it's just an experiment, just for 3 weeks, even if you plan to stay in this schedule. How to convince your boss? Yeah, so in my experience it's sometimes not so easy to explain that to people because they don't believe it. And they're afraid that you make kind of accidents on work or so maybe, I mean, in general it's good maybe to take off for the adaptation time and come back when you're kind of adapted and normal and you just say you only need a nap in the daytime. And also to find a compromise for the off time of the when you need to take your nap. So maybe if anyone has a doctor, it's also good to get a note from him. So yeah, it's good to take the holidays for the adaptation. And here is the book. That was kind of my Bible for the last 2 years. It's written by Pure Doxic. She did 6 months of Uberman and Everyman for several years. I found a very, very helpful tips in it, and there are also some kind of other interesting web pages like Polyphasic Society and Steve Pavlina. Yeah, but there are much more things to find on the internet. We are also doing an Uberman night from 24 to 25 January. It's a way that you can maybe just find out in one night how it could feel like to nap in a night. So instead of not sleeping one night in a disco, you can go there and feel good on the next day because you took a lot of naps through the night. So we will talk about lucid dreaming, polyphasic sleeping. A friend of mine will also be there. He's teaching Qigong and Kung Fu, so he has the part to keep us awake. And there's also a sauna, so we also can go to the sauna. So if you're interested, you can just write there. Yes. So this is the first part. So now I'm curious about your questions. Are there any questions? Yeah.
You said that you're gonna talk about tricks to wake up and like stay awake quite like right after you got up.
Tricks to stay awake, or
and to get up like after 20 minutes of sleep after.
You mean kind of alarm systems, or?
Yeah.
So if you don't use caffeine, how do you wake up after 20 minutes?
Das Mikrofon?
Well,
Das Mikrofon ein bisschen.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, in general, to do sport. And I mean, I was experimenting with, I mean, there are the naps where it's easy to wake up, and there are the naps where it's not easy to wake up. I think especially the 4 o'clock nap was my challenge, and the midnight nap. And I would say, I mean, of course, one thing is good to eat something after the nap, because you should not eat before. So it's quite nice. I mean, one possibility is to put something little next to the alarm clock, so you put off the alarm, eat something, or you directly do exercises. I think for me the best way to get up is to have people there who help you to get up. I think really for me it's like magic. If there are people there, for me it's so much more easy to get up than when I'm alone. Because alone you're always like, or you put the alarm wrong, or you find other excuses like, no, I didn't sleep. The alarm was wrong. Okay, I put 20 minutes more. So it's really this kind of when your mind is playing some tricks on you, and this can't happen if you have a friend there. someone who's helping you. So that's why I did this one adaptation with friends who are there at the night. So I also experimented with kind of, there are these things where you can program that they go on. So I put some lamps on it so that they go on at a kind of time. No, this kind of things. And I connected it to a sound system and put it on very loud. So I put it in another room, so I had to go, I mean, I had a kind of pre-alarm, so I was warned, so if I don't hear it, I have to go to the other room to put that off. So I also heard about other people who kind of put a sound system in somewhere, locked it, put the key somewhere else, so you can put up a kind of parkour, but still, really, you still can do all of that and still fall asleep after. So yeah, for me, really, the best thing was to have people there. Yeah. Okay.
What happens to the sleep stages during polyphasic sleep?
Oh yeah, that's a good part.
For example, the deep sleep, which needs some time to get into, and it's very important for consolidating the memory.
Yeah.
And if you sleep only 20 minutes, what happens? Do you still sleep deep?
Yeah, this is the thing. There are some discussions about the deep sleep. Some people say that it's not necessary. So this is the good part for lucid dreaming, because you train your body to go directly into the REM. That means normally your body is going to different sleep stages, and you need to be conscious, like, let's say 15-20 minutes, depends. But with the Uberman, it's only 2 minutes and you're in the dream. So it's more easy to have lucid dreams. That's why also a lot of people who adapt have suddenly lucid dreams for the first time, maybe. Because they are like, in a few minutes they're in the dream and they're like, oh, what happens now? Oh, I'm in the dream. Oh, I'm lucid. So this is why, I mean, normally there's this kind of structure like that the REM is getting longer at the end of the night. And so there's this kind of structure of like, okay, deep sleep and REM, then again deep sleep and REM. And it's like, you're picking just REM. That's why you have this kind of calculation that 1.5 hours are 2 naps. So it's like there are 2 naps and in between is the deep sleep. It's like the body's doing a bridge between the REM thing. So if you only pick the REM, you don't need the bridge anymore and you can be awake. So, but there's not so much scientific research and not so much experience about it, so it's a kind of pioneer work. So, yeah.
Could be that your symptoms, where you didn't know where you are, or you suddenly don't know how to do basic stuff, is related to that.
Yeah, but it goes away after the adaptation.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it goes away. That's why I'm saying all the time. That's why when you are in this challenge in the battle, like, I have to stay awake, you're like, you have to tell yourself it's only 3 weeks. Can be very long, 3 weeks or 4 weeks. But it goes away, and that's why I also said that after a while I was kind of missing this kind of adventurous visuals, hallucinations, and things. I was like, oh, this night was boring, nothing happened, nothing unusual. So it's going away with the time. It's also like, I mean, if you do fasting, I mean, I also couldn't believe it when I read about it the first time, and there was written like, oh, maybe you don't see properly. And I was like, but it's really that you can get this kind of blurring effect in your visual perception, and it's like your body's changing. So he's kind of under stress, so he's adjusting, but it goes away with the time. So you're completely normal and have even better concentration and less tiredness and more time and more lucid dreams. So in general, they're only, in my opinion, just don't have any problems with planning my life. So I think it's cool. So, good question.
Yeah, my question, because you said that either you and the other author, you have been doing the Uberman just for a limited period of time, and the other one, I don't know, is it forever? Can you do it like for years, or do you have to quit and turn back to monophasic sleep?
No, you can do it for years. I mean, Pudoxic, she did it for 6 months, and Everyman she did for several years. I think she's still on Everyman, I'm not sure. And she wants to return to Uberman because she said it's way better. And also, I mean, Buckminster Fuller he did for a long time. I'm not sure how long, for a few years, the Dumaxion. But I mean, most of the people who adapted and who go back, it's because it's really not easy with society. Because I mean, if you have your naps on a regular basis, you need to plan your life. In general, I mean, it's no problem. But if you want to go out with your friends for a cinema and it's interfering with your nap, so you never can do it then again. Or you need to convince all your friends to go on the cinema exactly where you can nap or in the time where it fits, and then you need to find a movie there, and or yeah, go to a congress. I mean, the thing is, if you're adapted, it's no problem to get off the schedule for some time, like for a few days, and you can hop in again, no problem. It's like if you already learned a skill, it's no problem. You can take off a few days and go back in again. I mean, also if you're on a congress and you're super busy all day and there's no nap place and you want not to miss anything, so you turn back to monophasic for a few days, but you will notice the difference. Like you will miss it.
Can you tell what your current sleep schedule
Yeah,
is?
I'm at the moment